Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about Jalin Turner versus Ignacio Bahamondes. Jalin Turner 14-8, 2-3 in his last 5 fights, 1-3 in his last 1-3 in his last 4. Basically a pick'em once again. 29 years old, 6'3 with a 75.5-inch reach. Fighting Ignacio Bahamondes, who's 16-5, 4-1 in his last 5 fights. That last loss was Ludwig Klein. 105, basically even, 27 years old, 6'3 with a 75.5-inch reach. This is coming off a fight for Jalin Turner where 10 months ago where he lost Marcano, and I believe the second round should have finished Marcano at the end of the first. Chose to try to get a walk-off instead of following up and letting Marcano recover. He had the finish. It's unbelievable. But Ignacio Bahamondes is done well since losing to Ludwig Klein, beat Christos Giagos with a head kick, and then beat Manuel Torres with a counter right and ground and pound 5 months ago. The biggest thing for me is Turner, I think when he's on, he is an absolute monster. But you look at his last 5 fights. 2 years and 8 months ago, he destroys Brad Riddell. Then he fights Matthias Gamrot, loses the split decision. I thought Gamrot won. Just too many big sequences. Turner allowed Gamrot to get the takedown. And then you look at the next one is Dan Hooker split decision. I thought Jalin Turner started incredible. Head kicked Dan Hooker and brought the old hangman back out. And Dan Hooker with a broken arm ended up getting a split decision nod. Hurt him multiple times. Did KO King Green, Bobby Green, which really sucked to see one of the worst referee stoppages I've ever seen in my life. Awful doctor stoppage there by the referee. And then he fights Renato Marcano and loses by ground and pound in a fight that he was winning. He just kind of gave it up. So I'm curious to see how if he can pull this fight off. How does he? You know, he has all the skills in the world. And it seems like the fights that he struggles with a lot is the fights where I think he gets taken into deep water. You look at the matchup. So let's see right here. You look at it. Strikes landed per minute 5.60 to 7.17 for Ignacio. Accuracy is 48 to 47 for Turner. Absorbed is 4.57 to 4.41. They absorb kind of the same amount of strikes, really. Defense is 41 to 57. Takedown accuracy is 55 to 0. Defense is 74 to 85. They don't really go for submissions. I would say Turner's probably fought the better of competition. And Gamrot, Hooker, Green, and Marcano. You know, Ignacio really hasn't been tested except against, I guess, Klein. Torres is great, but he looked really bad in that fight. Maybe that's because Ignacio looked so good, but I don't really know. You know, Torres had all the tools in the world to beat him. He didn't look very good. So, there's that. And, again, you look at this matchup, and the biggest thing for me is, like, if everything is going correct for Turner, he's hurting Ignacio over and over and over and over. The problem with it is I just see Turner getting hurt again and again and again. Or I see what just happened to Danny Barlow in his last fight against Sam Patterson, hurting Sam, or at least stinging him a little bit, going in, trying to get the finish, rushing it a little bit too much, and getting caught by Ignacio. We haven't really seen Ignacio, you know, in great danger. And I think Turner has the ability to hurt him, but can he finish him? I think since coming back from that Renato Marcano fight and should have won it, I just don't think Jalin Turner is going to allow the same mistakes to happen. I like Jalin Turner. I think he gets the job done. It's not a lock for me in the slightest. Either way, Jalin Turner, I have to win. And as always, subscribe, like, comment. Peace.